Good afternoon, fellow Plexers. I wanted to repeat my video this morning a couple different times. So today I'm going to run through the same 4K movies, but this time on my 2022 model year Sony Bravia OLED TV, and see how this client device works. Now, there is a visual soundbar connected to this TV through the HDMI eARC port. So let's jump right in and start my highest bit rated movie. It's going to resume where I left it. Okay, we see that starts up as a direct play for the audio and the video, the same 104 megabit per second bit rate. And we did have some buffering on the ONN, the inexpensive Walmart $20 ONN device. So I'm going to fast forward this to about the same area that I had the issue with. And it starts right up quickly. And I don't think we're going to have any buffering on the built-in Google TV interface into this TV. And again, this is my highest bit rated HEVC 4K video with HDR 10. So that's a total success. Let's go to the next one. And we did have some buffering on this with the cheaper client device. Now this movie is taking longer to start up on the Sony TV. It did start, it's a direct stream, but the TrueHD audio is transcoding. Unfortunately, it's not playing on my end. It's a frozen screen. So I'll repeat this whole test again with my NVIDIA Shield Pro, and I bet you this plays perfectly, and the issue right now is probably something to do with the Sony TV and my sound bar. Let me force this into a transcode, seeing that it wouldn't play directly. All right, there it is. Now it's playing. All right, and the transcode just picked up. So I'll take it on a transcode, and I bet it does not play. The client has the connection issue warning about it not being fast enough. Okay, now this time it started to play. Let's see if it buffers. So the audio portion is transcoding, but the video portion of the media container file is not transcoding. And so far, no buffering. So we had to work hard at getting this one to stream, but it seems to be working. All right, let's go on to A Christmas Story. Started right up. It's a very high bit rate, but the audio is a little bit easier to handle. Okay, on to the next one. John Wick Chapter 4. It's playing on the TV, 76 megabits per second, direct play for everything. And because I'm pretty confident that we're not going to have buffering, I don't really have to let it run too long. But let me get to the 30-second mark for each video. Actually, let me fast forward a little bit, see how long it takes to become responsive again, and it's playing. Okay, let's go on to the next one. .77 megabits per second. And I'm sure this isn't going to buffer, so we'll move on. Start it up on my end. And the True Audio, or the TrueHD 5.1 audio is transcoding. And I have a transcode on the subtitle, so that's interesting. Let me turn subtitles off. And dashboard doesn't always report when a subtitle's been turned off or turned on. So let me stop this and restart it. Okay, so the subtitle information is dropped out and the audio is still a transcode, but it's playing fine without buffering at all. So on to the next one. This seems perfectly fine. Got a PGS subtitle displayed on my screen. And another pass. All right, dashboard and the video started exactly the same time. Lower bit rate. Everything's direct play, including the PGS English subtitle. No buffering, and we'll call that successful also. Now, I didn't mention the first video today, but this is just a different version of the same movie that played earlier in the rotation. Everything looks pretty cool here. I don't expect this to buffer at all with this client device. Two movies left after this one. All right, so it hasn't started on my end yet. Unless it was just a dark screen. It's at the beginning of the movie. So direct stream for the video portion of the container file, and the TrueHD 7.1 audio is transcoding. And again, audio transcodes are always on the CPU and not the iGPU. And again, the iGPU in this Plex server is disabled. It's a 14th gen Intel i5, and it's a Meteor Lake family processor. And the server is unraid, and the unraid kernel, Linux kernel, isn't new enough to support that iGPU yet. It will in the future, but right now there's no support. Under Ubuntu 24.04, the iGPU is supported because it's a newer Linux kernel. I bet it probably won't be supported under Debian for a while. All right, so that's playing fine. We have the same thing here. The TrueHD 7.1 audio channel is transcoding. Now we're down to about half the bit rate of where we started with the first movie, and I don't expect any buffering with this movie either. And here's our last one to test with, and we'll have a lower bit rate here too. 27 megabits per second. Everything's direct playing. So the built-in client software, or the built-in smart TV software, is Google TV on the 2022 model year 65-inch Sony OLED, and it actually makes a decent client device. So I will test next with my NVIDIA Shield, and we'll have 3 Google TV reference points across different price spectrums to have a comparison of. Thanks for watching, and happy Plexing.